What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool video where we will talk about Jurgen Klopp's comments that Liverpool will not defend but attack next season's Premier League title and what this means for Liverpool's future. And also we will have some great comments coming from Mohamed Salah, who pledged his long-term future to Liverpool, and also we have some news on the Africa Cup of Nations for next season, as well as Peter Moore, the Liverpool CEO, saying some very interesting words about Liverpool winning the title, and Gary Neville finally came out from the woodwork saying what he had to say about Liverpool's title win. So let's get right into it. But before that, if you enjoy these types of videos, leave a like and subscribe, turn on the bell notifications so you never miss the latest Liverpool news updates on this channel. So Jurgen Klopp, after ending Liverpool's 30-year wait for the title, he's on the offensive. He doesn't want Liverpool to sit back and enjoy this title win for too long. He wants straight away to focus on next season and preparing for next season in the best way possible, because Liverpool will have a lot of challenges next season. Manchester City already came out and said that they will make it a lot more difficult for Liverpool next season. Chelsea and Manchester United also have very big ambitions. Man United are looking better and better after each game, so they will have a big improvement, I think, next season. So Jurgen Klopp said that they will attack the Premier League title next season and they will want to stay on top and win it season after season. And this is what Jurgen Klopp said: as long as we stay humble and greedy, we have a good chance to remain a really uncomfortable opponent for anyone. When you are a really uncomfortable opponent, you have a chance to win. And when you have a chance to win, then sometimes you have to win. There are a lot of challenges. Life is constantly a challenge, and our challenge is now being champions, playing 7 games against teams that will fight for everything. We can show that we don't run because we have to, we run because we want to. Next season you can write stories about us being the defending champions or whatever, but that is why I say we will not defend anything, we will attack it. Man City will be strong next season, Jurgen Klopp continued. Manchester United will be strong next season as well. Chelsea will be very strong. They all will be strong next season, all the top teams. It is obvious. Man City are just an outstanding team, Jurgen Klopp said. Man United are in outstanding shape right now. Chelsea are in really good shape and are doing some interesting transfer business, that is clear. Tottenham will not sleep. Arsenal will not sleep. They will all come. Leicester will be there. There are a lot of great teams in the Premier League. And Jurgen Klopp was asked about what he thinks about the Guard of Honor, this tradition that you stand guard of honor for the champions when they are already champions in the remaining games. And he said, I'm not sure if I ever got one at Borussia Dortmund. I'm not 100% sure, but it is a long time ago that I won the title in Germany. I don't know if it's a German tradition, but it's an English tradition for sure, so we will take it. It is a nice gesture, 100%. I wouldn't need it, to be honest, because we don't go there to win a football game and don't celebrate things that happened the week before, but it's a nice gesture, that's it pretty much. And Jurgen Klopp also reacted that for the Africa Cup of Nations being postponed and put 1 year later in 2022 January, so that means that next season Salah, Mane and Naby Keita will be at Liverpool for the whole season, and I'm sure that rival managers absolutely hate that, because those are 3 of Liverpool's best players. And this is what Jurgen Klopp said: I like it that the Africa Cup of Nations was postponed, but what I don't like is the reasons for it. The African continent feels that it is not possible to have a tournament there, which I don't like, obviously, but from a planning point of view it makes sense, and for us it helps because we don't have to consider this tournament at the moment. The tournaments are in the middle of the season, are not cool for planning. We have 3 of the best, if not the 3 best African players in our squad at Liverpool. And yeah, when the tournament is in the middle of the season, it's very difficult to plan around it, because I mean, especially if you lose 2/3 of our main attack. Like, Liverpool have the strongest attack in the world right now, and to lose 2/3 of that is very harsh. Jurgen Klopp also said, we know they would be there for a long time. they wouldn't play in the group stage and go home, so they would be there for a long time, maybe until the final. So yes, for us it is a good news. It is not a decision, but it is not a decision to celebrate. So that's a very humble opinion coming from Jurgen Klopp. And what I love about this Klopp interview is he is on the offensive. He doesn't want, and we will not let the Liverpool players just sit back and enjoy this title win too much. He is on the front foot straight away because he knows that you can't let up in the Premier League. If you ease into it next season, then Man City could run away with it and we could be playing catch up for the rest of the season. And that's what happened this season. Liverpool hit the ground running. Man City lost a couple of games in the first third of the season, and they never recovered from it. They could never catch up to Liverpool, and Liverpool want to do it again next season. And in order to do that, Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp has to be front foot, offensive minded, that we want to attack each game as it's our last. We want to win each game and we want to win the Premier League title next season. And Gary Neville, of course, he vanished after Liverpool won the title, but now he's back on Sky Sports and this is what he said. How it has been the last few days, it's not been particularly great. Gary Neville joked about this last few days. It's an incredible achievement for Liverpool. It's been coming for a couple of years. They were knocking on the door last season. Man City had to be at their absolute best to win the title last season. Jurgen Klopp has turned £30 million players into £130 million ones. He's turned £75 million players into £150 million ones. The recruitment, the transfer business has been absolutely brilliant at Liverpool. The coaching has been brilliant, and it all comes from the manager. It's a day I don't like. I've seen enough of it in my childhood years, but you have to congratulate them. Liverpool have absolutely been the best team this season, and that's coming from Gary Neville, who is a staunch Manchester United fan, a Manchester United legend, so I'm sure that he absolutely hates praising Liverpool, but he has to praise Liverpool because they are the champions. What Jurgen Klopp has done has been fantastic, Gary Neville continued. He came in 4 years ago, and at that time I never thought Liverpool were capable of mounting a Premier League title challenge. It just felt like all the other clubs had bigger budgets. Man City, Chelsea, Man United could outspend Liverpool every season. Liverpool were in a deep rut over many years. They have great history and a great fan base, so you can never write clubs like that off. But to go and win a league title ahead of the investment of Chelsea, Manchester City, Man United is something I didn't think it was possible. What Jurgen Klopp has done over a 3 or 4 year period has been absolutely outstanding. Everything at a football club comes from the manager. He sets the tone for everybody, the players, the owners, the fan base. Klopp has galvanized Liverpool over this 3 year period, brought everybody with him and put a brilliant team together. They are a fantastic team. They have been brilliant to watch for 3 years, but painful for me. It's been coming. When you get the Champions League final and lose, you have a little smirk, but then they won the Champions League the following year and chased Manchester City like they did to a point where they would have been worthy champions last season. You can only congratulate them. It's obviously something that is horrible for every Manchester United fan. It's something the modern Man United fan has never seen, but as one who watched them in the 70s and 80s, it's a moment we didn't want to see again, but one we saw a lot of in our early years. He's referring to Liverpool dominating English football in the 70s and 80s, and let's hope that Liverpool can dominate English football in the 2020s as well, because that would be just brilliant. For the next 5, 6, 7 years, I want Liverpool to win the title every other season, but hopefully every season. Let's wait and see. And Gary Neville continued, it's been a brilliant achievement from Klopp to work within the net spend budget he has to amass that team, and has been a combination of great coaching and brilliant recruitment. You have to praise Michael Edwards and the Liverpool transfer recruitment team as well. The club's recruitment has been absolutely spot on, precise, laser focused. Every single player they have brought in, they have made count. Every single player fits a mold, the principles of Jurgen Klopp. There has been no veering away from that. From day one, when Christian Benteke and a few others were deemed not to fit the profile, they were moved on. Klopp has now got quick, energetic strikers who make the runs, a formidable defense, the best goalkeeper in the world at the moment in time, and in midfield he's got reliable players with really good personalities in Henderson, Fabinho, Milner, Wijnaldum. None of them are individually outstanding or the best in the world in their position, but together as a collective, with that goalkeeper, that defense, those fullbacks, that strike force, they become the rock in the middle of it all. I would argue with just one point. Fabinho is the best in his position, in my opinion. Fabinho is the best holding midfielder, best defensive midfielder in the world right now. But otherwise, I fully agree with Gary Neville, and it's huge credit goes out to Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp on what they have done. Because of the net spend, they spent just £8 million before winning the Premier League title. I mean, just before the previous transfer window, which is absolutely immense, considering that Man City spent like 200 something million in the past 2 years, which is absolutely crazy. Liverpool's chief executive officer, so in short CEO Peter Moore, paid tribute to Jurgen Klopp after winning the title, and he's a lifelong Liverpool fan, so it's a really special moment for him as well. Many congratulations to the whole Liverpool first team squad, manager, players, backroom staff. It's a phenomenal achievement to win with this hugely competitive league by so many points. The football played this season has been exhilarating, and the team fully deserves the plaudits and recognition. Over the past year, we have been crowned European champions, the Club World Champions, and today champions of England. A truly incredible achievement. I am also delighted and eternally grateful to our supporters for their unwavering commitment, season in, season out, and for playing a crucial role in our recent success. They were there when Sadio Mane scored a stoppage time winner at Aston Villa. They were there when Mo Salah sealed victory with a last-minute goal against Manchester United. I just love that game. They were with us every step of the way, just as they have been for the last 30 years, until events prevented that from being possible. Although it's not possible to celebrate this win at Anfield right now with the crowd, we will celebrate in our own way, safely and accordingly. Restarting the season has only been possible due to the incredible dedication of our staff who work tirelessly behind the scenes every single day to support the football operations by working together with our city partners, including Liverpool City Council, Merseyside Police, the local community. We have enabled a hugely successful matchday operation at Anfield. I'm privileged to work with all these amazing people, organizations, to grasp yet another historic season for our wonderful football club. Our priority remains on the health and well-being of our people, the local community and supporters. We hope that winning the Premier League will bring some joy to all our supporters around the world during these challenging times. And Mohamed Salah dedicated the Premier League title to all the fans, saying it's an unbelievable feeling to win a Premier League trophy like that, to win the Premier League after so many years for the club and the city. It's unbelievable. I can't describe with words. It's so hard to say how it feels. When I came here, I said I wanted to win the Premier League. It's this first thing in my head. I want to win the Premier League and the Champions League. And people said if you could choose one, but now I can say that I would choose both. The Premier League, I can say now, after we won it, for the city, it is something else. Everybody's crazy about the result. Everybody's crazy about the Premier League. It is an unbelievable feeling for everybody, for all the fans around the world. Without their support, we could not do it. They did a great job. The players also did the same. It is a great feeling. I cannot explain it with words. It's great to score goals, to help the team, to win games. So I feel I am very happy here. I'm doing good, and everything is also working well with the team, and we have won trophies. Everything is good and I'm enjoying it. We did everything we could to make them happy, the fans, but without their support we could not do it. For sure they did a great job at Anfield and always at away games. I'm very happy. Liverpool fans, this is for you. Oh, what a brilliant interview by Mo Salah, and he already scored a staggering 92 goals in 145 games. Absolutely outstanding numbers. And Stephen Ireland, former Manchester City player, actually admitted how much work Man City have to do to catch Liverpool, but he said that Man City will work a lot harder and they won't let Liverpool run away with the title again next year. He said this: Manchester City, I guess it's a bit of a rebuilding year for them. David Silva is on his way out, company left, and they didn't quite replace him. It's a bit of an eye-opener just how much work has to be done now throughout the summer period. Seeing as Liverpool are pushing on, that gap is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Man City struggled to start clawing it back. I can't see that gap happening again next year, because I don't think Guardiola will allow that to happen. I think it's been a bit of a lesson for everybody, and I think he has a point that Man City will definitely go harder next season and they will focus on the Premier League more. I think this season their eye was always on the Champions League after winning 2 Premier League titles and winning basically every title they could win last season. Domestically, they won the Champions League more than anything. So maybe they took their eye off the Premier League a little bit and focused on the Champions League, and Liverpool took full advantage. But I think even if Man City focused on the Premier League, they wouldn't have been able to get anywhere near Liverpool. I mean, they are 23 points clear for a reason. And Guardiola had some very interesting things to say about Jurgen Klopp, his main rival for the Premier League title now. As a human being first, I don't know Jurgen Klopp that well. We had dinner together once. I admire him, the way his teams in Liverpool and Dortmund play. This type of football that his teams produce always is a benefit for world football. It is a massive positive thing to try and always score goals. Jurgen is a big example for this. He wants to win and I want to win, but when it is finished, the game is over, it is done, he's my colleague, and after my career I want to have a good relationship with all the managers. In sport you have to prove a point every time. We are incredibly satisfied with what we have done and what we are doing, but for athletes it is never enough. The past is the past, memories, but the show must go on. It's a new chapter in our lives and we have to live with it. We have a lot of time to think about the Premier League. Tomorrow is an important game and we want a good performance against Liverpool. We want to take a result against Liverpool and then against Southampton to arrive at the best condition for the FA Cup semi-final, which is against Arsenal. The best way to do this is to play well and win games in the Premier League. And there is big news that it looks like Leroy Sané to Bayern Munich is a done deal for like £56 million, which is, I think, even in the current climate, an absolute bargain. Leroy Sané is easily worth 70, 80 to maybe even £100 million. And Leroy Sané wanted to leave Manchester City to join Bayern Munich, and Guardiola said it looks like, if not already, that the deal is almost done. There are still some little issues. We wish him all the best on his new chapter. He will have another chapter at a fantastic club in Bayern Munich. He wanted to leave. Everybody has their own life and he decided to move on. I would have loved for him to stay, but he believed he would be better and happier there. May it is likely that Leroy Sané and Guardiola had a bit of a fallout. They didn't see eye to eye. Otherwise, why would Sané want to leave Manchester City? And that's actually very interesting. I think that makes Man City a lot weaker next season, and they also have problems in defensive position. So Man City surely will go big in the transfer market and they will need to sign some replacements. But it always is a big question how those replacements will work out. Because, I mean, Leroy Sané is one of the best players at Manchester City, in my opinion. He was always the only player that I truly feared when we played Manchester City. So him leaving Man City is actually benefit to Liverpool. That's just my opinion. Let me know what is yours in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. See you later, guys. Goodbye.